Yeah, myself, Dr. K. Shivaya, Department of Pharmacology, TVM College of Pharmacy. So today we can discuss about glycolysis and TCA cycle, tricarboxylic acid cycle. You know, the glycolysis means glyco means sweet, lysis means breakdown of molecules. See, the definition of glycolysis is sequence of reactions of converting glucose to pyruvate or lactate with the production of ATP. So that is the definition of the glycolysis. Once I am repeating, glycolysis means glyco means sweet, lysis means breakdown of glucose molecule. So the sequence of reactions of converting glucose to pyruvate or lactate with the production of ATP we can call as glycolysis. These are the reaction steps. I think so. You already studied BPC students or MBPC students in pre-university. So the glycolysis. So the glucose is converted to glucose 6-phosphate. The glucose 6-phosphate is converted into fructose 6-phosphate. The glucose 6-phosphate is converted in the presence of hexokinase and glucokinase. So here it utilized the ATP. Here it utilized the 1 ATP. Next, the glucose 6-phosphate is converted into fructose 6-phosphate, that is fructose 1,6-phosphate. So here the glucose 6-phosphate isomerase. I said already isomerism. The chemical formula is same, but the arrangement of molecules is different. Okay, spatial configuration is different. So that is fructose. So glucose 6-phosphate has 6 carbons, fructose 6-phosphate has 6 carbons, but the spatial arrangement is different. So fructose 6-phosphate is formed. Then after that, in the presence of phosphofructokinase, it is converted into fructose 1,6-phosphate. Fructose 1,6 biphosphate. When the kinase it will came, then the kinase enzyme it will came. Either phosphorylation or dephosphorylation takes place. Phosphorylation or dephosphorylation takes place. So here if you observe kinase, that's why phosphorylation takes place. Here also phosphorylation takes place. From here, glucose to fructose 1,6 biphosphate. Bi means 2. That's why it is fructose 1. So at the 1 position and 6th position, the phosphate group is added. That's why it is fructose 1,6 biphosphate. The production of from the glucose to fructose 1,6 phosphate we can call as an investment step in the glycolysis process. From the glucose to fructose 1,6 phosphate. Why it is called investment step? Because of here the 2 ATPs are utilized. So we have to invest the 2 ATPs. Then after that, next step is in the glycolysis split stage, breakdown phase. Fructose 1,6 phosphate biphosphate in the presence of aldose enzyme it is converted into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and dihydroacetone phosphate. Dihydroacetone phosphate. So this step, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and dihydrophosphate are reversible reaction. Means in the presence of isomerase enzyme, when it is formed a dihydroacetone phosphate, it is immediately to form the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Or glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is converted to dihydroacetone phosphate in the presence of isomerase enzyme. But when the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is formed, when the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is formed, when the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is formed, it is enter into the this step. That is the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase in the presence of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase enzyme to form the 1,3 bisphosphoglycerate. 1,3 bisphosphoglycerate. So here dehydrogenase enzyme, dehydrogenase enzyme, dehydrogenase enzyme. Remove the hydrogen molecule from the glycerol 3 phosphate. Remove the hydrogen molecules from the glycerol 3 phosphate. The hydrogen molecules utilized by the NADH plus H. So that's why NAD plus H plus it is converted into NADH plus H plus. That one more important point here, the phosphate group also added. So once I am repeating, after splitting space, after splitting stage or space, that is 1,3 byphospho 1,3, that is 1,3, sorry, 1,6 fructose 1,6 biphosphate, fructose 1,6 biphosphate is converted into glycerol 3 phosphate dihydrogen phosphate, dihydrogen phosphate. The glycerol 3 phosphate is converted is converted into 1,3 biphosphoglycerate in the presence of glycerol 3 phosphate dehydrogenase enzyme. So here in the dehydrogenase enzyme, remove the hydrogen molecules present in the glycerol spot 3 phosphate. That remove hydrogen molecules utilized with the NADH plus H plus. Plus here the phosphate group is added in one first position. That's why 1,3 bis phosphoglycerate. 1,3 this means two. This means two. Phosphor means phosphorus. Glycerate. Glycerate is formed. Then after the 1,3 bis phosphoglycerate is converted into 2-phosphoglycerate in the presence of kinase enzyme. So here the one phosphate is removed. Already I said that when the kinase enzyme came, either dephosphorylation or phosphorylation takes place. Phosphorylation or dephosphorylation takes place. So here 1,3 bisphosphoglycerate is converted into 3-phosphoglycerate in the presence of same phosphoglycerate kinase to form the 3-phosphoglycerates. So that removal of phosphate group added to the ADP. ADP means adenosine diphosphate. Adenosine diphosphate. The removal phosphate group added then to form the adenosine triphosphate. That's all. So the adenosine for ADP is converted into ATP. This is a substrate level formation of ATP. Substrate level. It is very important in the glycolysis process where it is takes place substrate level phosphorylation, means that is the 1,3 bisphosphoglycerate is converted into 3-phosphoglycerate in the presence of a phosphoglycerate kinase, or at least you have to keep kinase enzyme. That's enough. These three phosphoglycerate converted into 2-phosphoglycerate mutase, same phosphoglycerate mutase to form the 2-phosphoglycerate. These 2-phosphoglycerate is converted into phosphoenol pyruvate in the presence of enolase. In the presence of enolase, here the mainly addition of water molecule. Addition of water molecule. So this phosphoenol pyruvate formed. Then the phosphoenol pyruvate, in the presence of pyruvate can again kinase enzyme, enzyme. Here the removal of phosphate. So the removal of phosphate, when the removal of phosphate, adenosine phosphate is ready to receive the phosphate molecule. So that's why adenosine diphosphate again it is converted into adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate to form the phosphoenol pyruvate to pyruvate. The phosphoenol pyruvate to the downside is pyruvate. So this is the same, but it is present in Satyanarayana textbook. But we can understand the in structural level. It is easy to remember. Once I am repeating, same the glycolysis process. See, Glucose CHO, first one is CHO, second is CHOH. You have to write like this, no problem. Whatever the glucose molecule I've written in the board, on the board in the classroom, you write it like that only. But in fifth carbon, fifth carbon, the OH, fifth carbon OH attached to the here, attached to here. So CHO actually, see here now it is formed. COH is added here. H is added here. Otherwise, you can write COH, no problem. Otherwise, you can write COH, no problem. Fine. Then hexokinase and glucokinase. See, these hexokinase and glucokinase, it is present in cytosol. So glycolysis takes place in cytosol. So once I am repeating, where is the glycolysis process takes place? Means location means cytosol. So these hexokinase have the more affinity to the glucose than the glucokinase. So I will differentiate some regarding these difference between the hexokinase and glucokinase. Hexokinase is a broad specific for the hexoses type of inhibited. These hexokinase enzyme inhibited by the glucose 6-phosphate. When the glucose 6-phosphate levels in the glucose 6-phosphate present in cytosol, the hexokinase will be inhibited. So high affinity for glucose molecules. Hexose is a high affinity for glucose molecule. Then if you take the glucokinase, also present cytosol, specific for glucose, not inhibited by glucose 6-phosphate. It is not inhibited by glucose 6-phosphate. Inducible by insulin. Means it is not inducible, but when the insulin is released, glucokinase induced means more production takes place. But it is a low affinity, means affinity means loving nature or attracting nature. So low affinity for glucose, but here the high affinity for glucose, that is exocrine, that is the maximum. The glucose is converted to glucose 6-phosphate in the presence of hexokinase. So that's why I given first one glucose hexokinase or glucokinase. First, it is preferred. Hexokinase takes place maximum, the low affinity of the glucokinase. So the glucose 6-phosphate. So why it is called 6-phosphate? The phosphate group is added. So for this energy utilized up to glucose to fructose 1,6-phosphate. Fructose 1,6 we can call as investment phase. We can call as investment phase in the glycolysis. Okay, simple. Glucose we can write here, remove the hydrogen molecule, we keep the phosphate group, that is glucose 6-phosphate. That's all. If you learn the only one structure here, glucose. Then the glucose 6-phosphate in the presence of isomerase. In the presence of isomerase, it is converted to fructose 6-phosphate. You know fructose structure. I have written on the board. You write it entire structure, CH2S. You write it entire structure. In last 6-phosphate, you have to write the phosphate in the presence of OH place. Okay. Next, fructose 1,6-phosphate. Fructose 6-phosphate again to form the fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. Why it is called 1,6? Because in the presence of phosphofructokinase, in the presence of a kinase enzyme, once again, the kinase enzyme involved once again. So I said already, the kinase either phosphorylation or dephosphorylation takes place. So here the dephosphorylation. Because of here, the reaction, it's required energy. One phosphate is required. So that's why that ATP is converted into ADP. So the removal of one phosphate, adenosine diphosphate is formed. The one more phosphate group here, then first CH2, which wherever you written H molecule, you have to replace the phosphate. Okay. So this is it. So that's why now it is, we have to write a fructose 1,6. This means 2-phosphate. Next, splitting phase. This is splitting phase. Fructose 1,6-phosphate in the presence of aldol is is converted into dihydroxyacetone DHEP, dihydroacetone phosphate, and glycerol 3 phosphate. Glycerol 3 phosphate. Okay, so this is just here we can break. Okay, here we can break. So this is formation. Just you have to write, if you not just glycerol already structure, glycerol structure, So already I have written on the board. So CHO, CHOH, and CH. Just this only you writing. This is no need. Just you write it the hydroxystone phosphate. That is enough. But here the reversible reaction. Why it is called when the mark is double sided? It is a reversible reaction. Reversible. So means glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate to form the dihydroacetone phosphate. Dihydroacetone phosphate is converted to glyceraldehyde. Anything is happening. But when the glyceraldehyde sorry, when glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate is formed, when the glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate is formed in in the presence of glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate, same the name, 3 glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate dehydrogenase, that's all. Dehydrogenase enzyme, the dehydrogen enzyme remove the hydrogen molecules and add the phosphate, one phosphate. It is in first. That's why now it is 1,3 bis phosphoglycerate. 1,3 bis phosphoglycerate. So here we have to remember the structures, that is glucose, fructose, and glyceraldehyde. If you remember these structures, enough for to write the entire glycolysis process. Okay. So when this 1,3 bis phosphoglycerate in the presence of phosphoglycerate kinase in the presence of glycerate is converted to 3 phosphoglycerate. So I already said, already shown. So when the kinase enzyme is came, either dephosphorylation, but here the phosphorylation takes place, 3 phosphor. So here removal of dephosphorylation takes place. ADP is converted to ATP, and for 3 phosphoglycerate converted to phosphoglycerate, and 2 phosphoglycerate converted to phosphoenol pyruvate in the presence of phenolate. The phosphoenol pyruvate is converted into pyruvate. This is pyruvate. The first it is formed in enol form. Here you can, no need to write structure, but no need to write structure. Pyruvate enol form, then it immediately, it is spontaneously, these don't have enol form, not stability, that's why it is immediately to form the pyruvate keto form. When the pyruvate keto form formed, pyruvate keto form is formed. But in the absence of oxygen, when the lack of oxygen lack of oxygen, the pyruvate is converted into lactate. Pyruvate is converted into lactate in the presence of lactate dehydrogenase. Lactate dehydrogenase. So lactate dehydrogenase act on the pyruvate due to deficiency of oxygen or lack of oxygen. Then the lactic, when the lactate is formed to form the lactic acid, when the lactic acid levels increases in the blood, it increases the acidic levels in the blood. That is, we can call it as lactic acidosis. We can call it as lactic acidosis. Okay, fine. So these glycolysis we can observe in that where it is ATP utilized, and where it is split, and where it is energy produced. See here, I said in the glycolysis, in the investment phase, utilized 2 ATP acid already. Then after splitting phase, glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate to glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate to pyruvate. During in this formation of glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate to pyruvate became the phase. glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate to pyruvate. This phase we can call it as a energetic phase, because here the energy ATPs and NADPH plus H plus are produced. That's why glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. See, once I am repeating, from glucose to glucose fructose 1,6 bisphosphate we can call it as a energy investment phase. Fructose 1,6 phosphate to formation of DHAP and glycerol phosphate in a splitting phase. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate to pyruvate. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate to pyruvate we can call as energy production, because of here the formation of one NADH plus and two ATPase. Two ATPase. So that is the fine. So where it is the energies are produced in the glycolysis. I said glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase. Okay. So here two NADH H plus are released. Two NADH plus H plus. Sir, here you did here NADH one NADH plus released. Okay. So here the formed glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate 1. Okay. In the presence of isomerase enzyme, dihydro DHAP is also to form the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Then again one more NADH plus H plus. Am I correct or not? So first the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, first these three carbon atom it is formed, then produces the one NADH plus. Then after that DHAP also converted into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, again one more NADH. So like that two NADH plus H plus are formed. Then one NADH plus H plus produces three ATPs. Three ATPs means three adenosine triphosphates. So that's why 2 into 3, 6 ATPs. Next, substrate level phosphorylation. That is phosphoglycerate kinase. Where it is phosphoglycerate kinase. 3 phospho, sorry, 1,3,1,3 bis. See here how to remember. Here the phosphate group reaches the 1,3 bisphosphoglycerate. Then phosphoglycerate is converted into 3 phosphate. Means removal of one phosphate here. Removal of first phosphate here. Removal of one phosphate here. So that's why to form the 3 phosphoglycerate. And one more is where it is formed pyruvate to phosphoenol pyruvate to pyruvate. Phosphoenol phospho, here one phospho is there, that phospho is removed, then finally form the only pyruvate. There also, here also ADP is converted into ATP. So like that phosphoglycerate kinase, so one phosphate is formed. But what I said here, how many it is formed? Glycerine get 3 phosphate like this, one, and again dihydrogenase is get formed. So 2 NADH plus, again 1 3 bisphosphate 2 is formed. So 2 is formed. I understood my point. So phosphoglycerate kinase 2 ATPs are formed. Again pyruvate kinase 2 ATPs formed. But already I said in the investment phase 2 ATPs are utilized. 2 ATPs are utilized. So total actually 6 plus 2 plus 2, 10 ATPs are produced. 2 are utilized. That's why the net ATP synthesis in glycolysis in aerobic condition is 8. Is 8. What is the physiological significance or importance of the glycolysis? You know, it is a very important step for the energy production. Okay, that energy it is utilized by the each every cell for the functioning the body, functioning the body. So energy source for cells without mitochondria. Without mitochondria, actually the mitochondria is a powerhouse of the energy. So here in the glycolysis, the glycolysis produces the 8 ATPs energy. 8 ATPs energy. Extra energy supplement of in hypoxic and anaerobic condition. Some other physiological significances. If you overstressed or over exercised, that's we can call as a strenuous exercise or a traumatic shock. Why it is called when you over exercises takes place, lack of oxygen, lack of oxygen. When the lack of oxygen takes place, anaerobic glycolysis takes place. Anaerobic glycolysis takes place. In the anaerobic glycolysis, lactic acid produced. Lactic acid produced. That lactic acid, when it is produced, lactic acidosis takes place. Because of this, we can get the pain in the muscles expression. We can get the pain in the muscles and the imbalance of blood pH. These glycolysis, but some others, some intermediates are synthesized. Some intermediate metabolites are synthesized. Intermediate metabolites are synthesized. See, glucose to glucose 6 phosphate. These glucose 6 phosphate, it is utilized of pentose phosphates. Pentose phosphates. The glucose 6 phosphate is utilized pentose phosphates. These are in the formation of nucleotides. In the formation of nucleotides. And fructose 6 phosphate to form the amino sugars. It is involved in the amino sugars. These are significance. So these amino sugars may be helpful in the glycolipids and glycoproteins. Helpful in the glycolipids and glycoproteins. Like fructose 1,6 biphosphate, fructose 1,6 bisphosphate or bi, no problem. Bi means 2, bis means 2. So fructose 1,6 bisphosphate is converted into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and dihydrogen phosphate. So these DHEP, especially dihydrogen, sometimes it is formed into the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is it involved in the lipids formation. So the intermediate metabolite, the intermediate products involved in the other synthesis, other cursors for the synthesis. Next, so these glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is converted into 1,3 bis phosphoglycerate is converted into 2,3 bis phosphoglycerate. These 3 phospho, then after 1,3 bis phosphoglycerate is converted into, this is isomerization. In the presence of isomerization, it is converted like this, 2,3. The phosphate group only changed here, that's all. These 3 phosphoglycerate is here removal of one phosphate group in the presence of kinase enzyme, I said. Okay, here one ATP produced. These 3 phosphoglycerate useful in the production of serine amino acid. Serine amino acid. Then form 2-phosphoglycerate. Then 2-phosphoglycerate to form the phosphoenol pyruvate in the presence of enolase enzyme. In the presence of enolase enzyme, these phosphoenol pyruvate involved in the aromatic amino acids production. Aromatic amino acids means nothing but example of phenylalanine and tyrosine amino acids are produced. So it is useful for the synthesis production, biosynthetic properties. Some aspartate also, it is this one also amino acid. From this aspartate we can get the asparagine amino acid, and these aspartate we can get the pyrimidines. Is getting the From the aspartate we can produce the pyrimidines. These pyrimidines are useful in the nucleotides production. Purines and pyrimidines are the basic nucleus molecules of the DNA. Once again, that is the significant. Mainly, we can some significant points we can discuss. So whatever the hexokinase and pyruvate hexokinase and phosphofructokinase and pyruvate kinase are physiological irreversible. Physiologically irreversible means once the glucose is converted into glucose 6 phosphate from the hexokinase. I show you the steps. The glucose is converted glucose 6 phosphate in the presence of hexokinase. Again, it will not converted into glucose. That's why arrow mark is very thick. Thick arrow mark shows the glucose. It is converted into glucose 6 phosphate. It is not reversible. But here, fructose 6 phosphate is converted into glucose 6 phosphate. Fructose 6 phosphate is converted into glucose 6 phosphate. Okay. But again, one more irreversible is fructose 6 phosphate to fructose 1,6 bisphosphate in the presence of phosphofructokinase. So these hexokinase and phosphofructokinase and pyruvate kinase, these three enzymes are to regulate the glycolysis process. Very, very, very important. Very, very important. Which enzymes to regulate the glycolysis process means hexokinase, phosphofructokinase and pyruvate kinase. Because of these three reactions are irreversible means once it is formed it will not come back, but remaining steps you see double arrow mark. Remaining you see double arrow mark is reversible. So that is the important significant. Next, ATP is formed phosphoglyceride kinase and pyruvate kinase reaction with the substrate. I said already where it is substrate level kinase, substrate level. So the 1,3 bis phosphoglycerate is converted into 3-phosphoglycerate in the presence of phosphoglycerate kinase. Okay, next phosphoenol pyruvate to pyruvate. There is a substrate level phosphorylation. Next, NADH formed from the desired 3 phosphate dehydrogenase reaction has to be dissolved. So this is the glucose glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate. It is the formation of pyruvate. Already we discussed. So the fluoride ions inhibit the glycolysis. Fluoride ions inhibit the glycolysis by forming the magnesium fluorophosphate complex. See, are you observing or not? I don't know. See, the fructose 6 phosphate is converted to fructose 1,6 bisphosphate. Here the magnesium 2 plus ions involved. This is a cofactor. Again, 1,3 bisphosphate glyceride is converted into 3 phosphate. Here, magnesium 2 plus ions involved. Again, phosphoenol pyruvate to pyruvate. Here the magnesium 2 plus ions. Then the fluoride, so that's why here. Fluoride ions inhibit glycolysis by formation of magnesium fluorophosphate complex. So these fluoride make complex with the magnesium 2 plus that 3 steps are blocked. Then there is no glycolysis process. Energy produced different aerobic and anaerobic. Anaerobic 2 ATPs only. Aerobic 8 ATPs. Okay. So, and control of glycolysis. Already I said that three enzymes mainly and cofactors also involved. So next we can discuss about TCA, tricarboxylic acid. Okay.